With GRC Drum Kit Tuition, learn to play the music you like while taking your playing to the next level for all ages and standards. GRC teach all aspects and all styles in our fully equipped Winchester studios. Tuition is also available for schools, colleges and universities. Give Glenn a call or visit grcpercussion.com.
Hi, my name is Glenn Clarke from GRC Percussion, based in the UK in Winchester, Hampshire. This session is the fourth session of the series from the A to Z of drums. In session 1 we looked at basic stick control, session 2 we looked at building our very first drum rhythm, section 3 we looked at reading drum music using quavers. In section 4 we're going to look at building our very first drum rhythm using quavers. The A to Z of drums, if we turn to page 16 in our A to Z of drums, we have got a page full of just basic rhythms and basic fills using quavers. The very first bar, you'll notice, is exactly the same as what we did before when we playing the hi-hats in groups of 8 with the mirror images of the rhythm underneath, but the other way around this time. Before, when we built our very first rhythms, the bass drums only come in 2s, come halfway through. But in page 16 it starts at the start, so remember just to count along. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And on the second bar you'll notice the first 2 beats of the bar is exactly the same. But at the end you'll notice 2 snare drum beats which come by themselves. Speed wise when we play this, it's exactly the same speed as where the hi-hats are. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on the snare drum. So if I was to play that, counting the same principle again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you can see the snare drum is struck on the 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Moving on, we're now going to introduce our floor tom on exercise B. The floor tom is marked the second space up on the musical bar. The second space up shows us our floor tom beat, played as quavers. Quavers are known because you've got the line joining the 2 together, which means that each one of them is worth half a count. 4 and. So playing that, including the 2 snare drums before, with the bass drum on number 3, you'll see how the fill develops. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Building that into a rhythm before, with that basic rhythm in the first bar, what we did, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Now as you can see, my drum kit is a 4-piece drum kit. We have the snare drum, the top tom and the floor tom. Most drum kits are 5-piece kits, but some people just like to play with 4. I'm one of them people. The book has been written for a 5-piece drum kit, so some of the exercises in there include that 5th drum, which is going to be to the right of that tom. So what we're going to do for this instance, we're going to miss out exercise 3 in the A to Z of drums, which is C, which includes that right tom-tom. Now that right tom-tom, when you look at it, will be indicated the 1, 2, 3, 4 line up. The 4th line up, the drum is indicated with the line going through the quavers. It's going through them. The note itself is not in the spaces, it's on the line. Okay, so for this case we're going to go down to exercise D. First rhythm, nice and basic. Second rhythm, we build the fills in. We have got 4 snare drums with a bass drum. 1 and 2 and 2 top toms, 3 and then 2 floor toms, which remember is the second space up. 4 and. Putting that into the rhythm, one and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now what we can also do, we can incorporate all these rhythms and fills to a track of the A to Z CD. The A to Z CD has got 20 tracks on. The first 10 tracks are tracks with the drums on. The next 10 tracks are the same tracks without the drums. So you can get an idea from the first 10, and then you can also incorporate your rhythms into the next 10 without the drums. It's up to you. But the book comes with a link sheet which will tell you what sort of exercises in the book will link to the music. You're going to hear 4 clicks in, and then we're going to bring in elements of pace 16 fills, just to help us keep in time. As you can hear a tambourine in the background giving us our time. I'll count the rhythm out first of all, then stop the count. 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So there you can see it, putting rhythms from the A to Z of drums, page 16 fills, into certain tracks from the Master's Time CD, which comes with the A to Z of drum kit. Please visit percussiondownload.com to download your copy of the A to Z of drums today.